Here we go.
So anyway, then I says to the lady, I says, "Hey, lady, what do you think this is? A fucking family show?"
Hey, you know what? We're on.
Oh, sorry,
Epic coffee time.
epic coffee
Epic
time.
coffee time.
Hey, I'll slip back into where I'm supposed to sit.
Where's that bar of soap? We need a bar of soap for sock puppet James.
Yeah, this is a family show, by the way. We don't approve the word, the F word.
You're making me sick.
But if you go to Sock Puppet James's site, you see that socks have their own language. So I don't even know why he said that. Fung is actually the word for, the F word. So, like fungus.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm fucking kidding.
That sounds woolly to me.
Woolly it's a bunch of woolly.
Bunch of woolly.
Yeah, James doesn't know this stuff because he never logs on during the week. So he doesn't catch all of the good stuff. He's kind of got some problem with the sock puppet, and we're not sure what, but
you know what?
It may go back to being a teenager.
It feels like somebody's missing here. Are we missing somebody?
You know what? I think we're missing a couple people, as a matter of fact.
That's right. Who are we missing?
One in particular.
Any idea, James?
Have you seen him?
It's the big guy.
We have sock puppet James,
Where's
but
he
we're
at?
still missing.
Remember we committed to this. Do you remember that?
Big guy. What was his name?
Down, we said
he hasn't been here in a while.
we said there'll be four of us,
Even
and
though we're
sometimes three of us, but in
broadcasting
the
live from
picture
his
of
house.
three of us, there's another. Who the hell is it?
What's missing?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know who it is. It's
I don't know. I give up. I guess it's just the three of us.
It's that one guy that was in that thing that one time that did that stuff with that other people. Right?
His dad was in that thing too, wasn't he?
Yeah, that one day that happened that year.
Yeah, all week, as a matter of fact.
Wait, did you say we're missing two people?
We're missing two people, actually. We were supposed to have a special guest tonight, but you know how we are, last-minute guys. We kind of give somebody 5 minutes notice and for a 20-minute trip. So maybe we'll reschedule that when we get to a better location.
Well, let me see what the script says we're supposed to do when the guest.
Oh, it doesn't.
There's no script.
There's no script.
Oh my gosh!
You didn't do your homework?
No, actually, we
live without a net.
We asked people to give us questions, to ponder while we were on air, and so
what questions did we?
If you go to our Facebook page, you could have voted. If you're an Epic Coffee fan, you could have voted. So it's your fault that we answered the questions that people voted on. So the first question is.
I think I voted for one.
Your question is, what celebrity would portray you in your life story? So, James?
Me?
Yeah, which
Adam Sandler.
Good call. You gonna elaborate on that?
No thanks.
But he's funny, you see.
What, you think I'm not?
Well, I mean, he could act like he wasn't.
Well, Dan, who would you have play you in your life story?
I don't know. Who is this attractive? I mean, there's probably several, but
this is not good Epic Coffee time.
Probably Gary Busey would be first.
Yes.
Because we both got the same kind of personality. Handsome.
Kind of hard to keep him on track.
Yeah, maybe. You've been watching The Apprentice?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's hilarious.
He'll probably go to the last round because Trump needs the ratings.
Well, if he's hilarious, how could he play you, Dan?
Oh.
He's still an actor.
Oh, okay. So he could dial it down a little bit.
50-50 shot. And Dave, how about you?
Well, at one time, I would have answered, and I don't think anybody's going to remember this guy, Timothy Busfield. And we hear crickets. Timothy Busfield was one of the stars of 30-something, and when it was on, and I was not 30-something, I got compared to him all the time. Right now, I would have to say, if I had any actor to play me, I would have the very famous actor David Wayne Black play me.
Really? And how will we get a hold of him?
I don't know. I'll look into it. There is an IMDb page, and he's been in 5 or 6 movies, so he might be able to pull the job off.
Yeah. And what
What did
movies
those
were
movies
those?
play at?
Actually, who I want to play me is Mac Freeman.
Yeah, Mac Freeman's a good
Mac
choice. Really good choice. He can almost play me, but that'd be kind of weird.
And for those of you that don't know, Mac Freeman is a.
That one guy.
Should I
used to
spill the
play
beans?
Dan.
Are we spilling the beans?
Yeah, we may as well. They'll find out eventually.
Mac Freeman is the questionably named alter ego of our very own Dan Pyle here.
One of them.
And you know what? While we're killing time waiting for our guest and our regular. Oh, Steve is his name. That's his name.
Yeah, that's it.
While
We
we're
haven't
waiting
seen
for
him for
them
a
to
while.
show up, why did you choose Mac Freeman as your moniker on the air all those years
Yeah.
ago?
This is an interesting story, and it takes a whole lot of thought to get to it. There is a song that was playing just before Dave went into his broadcast, his news broadcast. The song that came before that was a song by Mason Prophet called Two Hangmen. And if you know any, so the guy was riding in the tombstone on his horse whose name was Mac. And so the whole thing was about two hangmen hanging from a tree, but there it had something to do with being free in there, and so Mac Freeman came to be.
So
And
it was a true Kaiser Soze moment. Huh? The Usual Suspects. The character of
yeah,
Kaiser
okay.
Soze pulled his whole
Thought he
story
was
off a
going
bulletin
German on us or
board. And
something with the
okay.
Kaiser.
Anybody watch The Usual Suspects besides me? Okay, I guess not.
Yeah,
And
probably.
as the story goes, Mac Freeman was birthed right in front of me about 22 years ago while Dan and I were both on the air at WLCA 89.9, College Radio's Best. Godfrey, Illinois. Yeah, recognize.
Yeah.
And he was trying to derail my newscast, which he did a pretty good job of, but I've not held it against him hardly at all these years later.
You still aced the class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously the other parties involved didn't hold it against you either.
I don't think anybody was listening that day. Kind of like
Kind of like now.
like now.
So 22 years later, absolutely nothing has changed.
Well, believe it or not, I think we've actually decreased in viewers/listeners since 22 years ago.
Possibly.
I know for a fact I had at least 5 people listening to me one day, and right now we have 3 viewers. Thank you. Glad you tuned in. I appreciate it.
I buried two of my listeners, so maybe three of them. So
might bury a 4th pretty soon.
Yeah, but I was talking about listeners, not fans. You know.
Oh, okay. If you want to tell yourself that, that's fine.
I always thought, no, okay. So
What's wrong, Dave?
anyway,
I'm actually ready to drink coffee and no coffee.
there's no coffee,
But it's okay. It's okay. We're here for the fellowship, not the coffee.
and that's right.
Our coffee maker left, didn't he?
Yeah, he's somewhere.
But
We won't tell him. We won't tell anybody where he went, but he's probably down the street at a certain place that
Thank you.
he works at.
Check this out.
And if you go to his Facebook page,
Check
Steven
what out?
Scroggins, you'll probably be able to figure it out real quick. Oh, coffee.
Wow, look
How
at
about
that.
that? Service with a smile.
I like my coffee like I like my women. Bitter. Mm-mm.
But they don't start out that way.
No, they don't usually start out that way. I have a certain effect on the female race there.
Hey,
So.
hey, guys! You didn't
Hey.
ask me. You didn't ask me who I want.
It's Sock Puppet James. Sock Puppet
You know-
James, who would play
who I
you?
want? I want that freaking lamb chop. I want lamb chop.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, lamb chop would be me.
Sock it to me.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hey.
He'll be back later. He's got stuff to do. Oh, by the way, if you didn't get a chance to go to Sock Puppet James's fan page, hop on over there now. And you
Facebook?
won't miss anything.
Sock Puppet James.
Or after the show, it's facebook.com/Sock Puppet James. And if you don't know how to spell it, you don't need to be on there anyway.
Well, while we're on that subject, you can also like the Epic Copy Fans page if you haven't already. I assumed you have, just because you're watching. But if you haven't,
Or
Oh.
pretending to watch.
And you get at least one weekly update from my grandma.
Oh, what
She
is this
always
stuff?
likes to chime in on all kinds of topics. So
who chimes
Which
in?
one's yours there,
my
buddy?
grandma, she does. She
Okay.
posts things on there
Oh, right,
I don't
right,
know.
right.
How do you drink yours?
like that.
Like
I
that?
think.
I drink
Yeah.
mine like this.
So,
Okay, well that would make sense.
Like
wouldn't it?
this.
Dan, did we have any other questions that were even considered? I know that clearly that was the one that
There
was
was-
voted for.
I
Three
think my
of them, wasn't
favorite
there?
was if I had one apple and you had two apples, how much wood could a woodchuck chop? It's very deep. I think the answer is 5.
I would have said purple. It's definitely purple.
That's kind of odd.
Did we have 2 more questions that would
Yeah,
not draw cricket sounds
We
like that one should have?
to have. Well, James couldn't even figure that out mathematically, or
I couldn't.
no. And it's all right. You don't do your homework. So
I don't do my homework.
so when it
I
comes-
don't pay attention.
when it comes
I
time
mean,
to take the test, you
I
get what
flunk.
you get.
I just want to know. They were supposed to vote who won. Or who lost, I should say.
Oh, well, you know who lost, and the punishment should have been doled out, but
Oh, that's a good question.
he might not be here. He only garnered 1 vote. We all got 2.
So was he included in there, though, since he wasn't there?
absent Steve? Yes.
Oh.
So, was there a clear winner, or was it a 3-way tie?
It was a 3-way tie with
You said
with
three-way.
absent Steve getting.
You didn't vote for me? I voted for me.
I had to vote, and then I had to talk.
Evidently, us and our spouses are the only ones that voted for us.
Yeah, but my spouse didn't. I had to hack her page, so
Ah!
that's what you get for leaving it open, baby.
I don't know who else voted for me, but thank you, appreciate it. What should we do about our missing guest? Do we need to talk about her at all?
You know, that's kind of interesting because we did send her last minute instructions, and I think we figured out about 10 minutes before the show where we were going to end up. So
No, it was a little before that. Wasn't it?
15, 20.
Was it?
20.
Okay.
And now, well, it takes me a little while to get here, so it was a little while before the little while I took to get here. So
Well, I know I saw her. I saw our good friend Tim earlier, and as far as I knew, she was planning on attending, but
She didn't know where to attend.
and neither did we.
Well, you're lucky we got here then.
I
Till
thought we
last-
had more than.
till
We have
last
another
month.
viewer. Welcome. Thank you. Good to see you.
Hi, glad
Hey,
glad
you
to
are.
see you. Yeah, type in your questions to the right, and we won't read them.
Yes,
But-
if you log on Facebook, you can chat with us. You have to do it through Ustream and log in through your Facebook as well. It's not as complicated as it sounds. And we can see your comments no matter how unfriendly they are. And of course, we'll respond to them.
And if he knows how to do it, anybody can do it.
I think you press this button here, Beavis.
So
Don't make me smack you.
anyway, going through the rest of the questions is probably one that took me the longest to try to figure out how I would answer it. And what was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
And this has to be family friendly, right?
But remember what Sock Puppet said when we first started?
Yeah, hey, why not? Well,
What do you
Okay.
think this is, a family show?
Okay, Dan. Well, you opened the can of worms. Let's hear it. What's your most
Whoa.
embarrassing moment?
well, I was thinking about that because my whole life has been just one humiliation after another. So, what would the most embarrassing thing be? And it's really tough. So, I was really hoping you guys would spit some stuff out, and I go, yeah, well, I can do twice as much. Thank you very much. Family friendly, not necessary. That's good. Because
Sup?
we're not family friendly at all.
Who is that?
Well,
Weird
So-
Al rules. Hey!
I have a feeling I know who that is. I believe that's my good friend Eric. I'm hoping it's Eric. And if it's not, well, I apologize.
Trying to think outside of just the regular faux pas. You know, you call somebody else
So
by a different
would that be
name.
him?
It's Eric. He just made a reference to David Wayne Black's short-lived movie career. So,
So, hey, Eric.
Eric, glad to hear from you. He's, as far as I know, he's typing in all the way from California.
Oh, this just
Yeah.
in.
Um,
What would you do if you were not here? It's a good question.
What would I do if I was not here?
No pun. Never mind.
You mean like not
Here?
here?
Or not here? Would you lay in a box?
I might. No, that's not very environmentally friendly. Organ donation and cremation, yay.
Oh, burn.
So what would you do if you were not here, James? What are you doing next week? You'd be doing the same thing.
I'm going to Tennessee next week.
So you're leaving the keys to the house still under the
Yeah.
mat? Okay. So we're not going to tell you where he lives in Bethalto. But
Oh, gee.
And you can stop by anytime next week. Free stuff at the Von Bergens.
Oh, there will be kids home.
Oh, party at the Von Bergens.
Yeah, thanks.
What would you do if you were not here, Dan?
If I was not here, I would be spending time listening to the woes of a teenage child.
Oh, whoa.
And, trying to hang out with my wife and watch Duck Dynasty. But
That would keep me happy, 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 Jack. Happy.
So James is not on board with reality shows at all.
Not Duck Dynasty.
Well, probably because he's not really in touch with reality, so he doesn't understand the comedic part of it. You got to explain it. But Duck Dynasty.
I don't understand hillbilly. That's
All right.
the problem.
And that's okay.
Okay.
That's
We
probably
understand
one of my best
hillbilly.
So maybe when I come back from Tennessee after next week, I'll understand a little bit more hillbilly.
Not where you're going. Probably not.
No.
No. You have to go out in the hills. You have to go out. in
There's
God's
hills
country.
over there.
Okay. Well, I know.
They told me there was.
But
Oh,
you-
wait. We got a question. Do we want to interrupt this?
For
Or
all.
Sure.
what movie or song do you believe helped you most develop who you are? Ooh, that is good.
No.
White and Nerdy from Weird Al.
Um,
I think that really helped me out. Made me okay with myself. Anyhow.
How about you? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Or Forrest Gump.
It depends on which me we're talking about.
I have a couple of them. I'd have to say Pink Floyd's "Comfortably Numb," but I'm no longer that person, so I would go with "The Distance" from Cake. And more
Cake.
crickets. We really need. Oh, good answer. Okay, I'm assuming that was for White and Nerdy, which is definitely a great song.
Everybody who's ever been white or nerdy.
What would
enjoys that song.
Maldor do? Okay, hi Tim. Good to have you join us. So we got Tim, but we don't have Rio.
Tim, the other half is missing.
What would Maldor do?
Who the hell's Maldor?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not as nerdy as I thought. What would Maldor do, Dave?
Oh, okay. It was for The Distance. All right, yeah. That used to be my #1 running song back in the running days.
Well,
Makes sense.
Nobody's gonna believe anything I've done before 2 years ago, so I can just make up stuff then. I guess.
Well, we put a video together, so
where'd you run to?
you can't get away from it.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
couldn't watch it on my phone.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
nobody
phone
can.
friendly. You had to do it on a PC.
Really?
Which is a little PC. You
The
can do it
YouTube
on a
video?
Mac though, but
Yeah, you can do
everybody's trying
anything
to
on
be
a Mac.
PC these days.
Not everything.
What's up, Tim? Okay, Weird Al says, "What's up, Tim?" I think we should have Weird Al
So let's
answer.
go back to the Maldor
What
thing,
would
because I don't
Maldor do?
understand that.
Who'd you ask that to, Tim?
Weird Al, what would Maldor do? Or Tim?
Tim's the one that posed the question.
I don't understand it.
I don't know who Maldor is.
So what was You never came up with a song. What was the
So
other question?
he never
Duck
came up with
Dynasty.
an embarrassing thing. He never came up with a song.
You didn't come up
You
with an
can't even-
embarrassing
you
thing
can't
either,
even
so
do
don't
your
try to
homework
roll
on
me
here.
under the bus.
All right. I'm still thinking.
For the embarrassing thing?
Yeah, I mean, I probably
All the stupid stuff you've done?
I've probably got plenty. I mean, I've
He
been
just
married
doesn't want to
enough
air
times.
his dirty laundry here on.
Creating
Oh, what
programs.
the hell do I care? I don't have a reputation to protect.
Okay.
Do I?
You might, because it might not be as bad as what they think.
Oh, that's true too. You guys think I'm a saint. Thank you, by the way, if you did.
I'm trying to think of some of the embarrassing things you did, Dan, and I really nothing really stands out except for the whole Mac Freeman thing, and that was more putting me on the spot than anything. So.
Weird Al says he is Maldor.
Uh-huh.
There is probably several, and some people probably caught them on tape. I did these. Well, you did it too, Dave. DJing, party, wedding planner guy.
Okay.
And
to answer the question, Maldor, and honestly, I was drawing a blank too. Maldor is a character from an indie feature called Gameheads, and I totally forgot about that. I guess you guys have never seen Gameheads.
Is that one
It
of them
was-
movies that
It was about
somebody was
a
in?
Dungeons and Dragons type game that these guys played,
Yep.
and
there
it was
they had a
it
really
wasn't quite as
good-looking
pointless
guy in
as
there.
this broadcast.
No, I
it was a
don't
little
think.
better than that.
Really handsome actor in there.
Tim Harlan?
Young guy named Dave.
No, you're talking about Tim. Tim was the young, handsome guy in there.
Oh, okay.
No offense, Eric.
So, what would Maldor do? I guess if that's the question, we need to have that.
It's an existential question, kind of like what would Jesus do, or when I believe the line was something like, whenever I'm in a pickle, I ask myself, what would Maldor do? And Maldor is a fictional game character who may or may not direct what you're.
Oh,
Maldor would fire a fireball. That's right. Maldor killed everything with fire.
so
This was really turning into a white nerdy fest, definitely.
that brings up a good question. What would Jesus do? Obviously, he wouldn't, pass people on their shoulder and flip them off. I find it really exciting and hilarious when people drive by with those little fish that say that, and then they flip you the bird or side by. Because I'm thinking maybe you don't look at it after you put it on the car, or maybe they never crossed your mind at all. But what would he do? And so after I think about it, I follow him to the next rest stop, punch him in the face, because
Absolutely.
I think that's what Jesus would do.
And Maldor would set them on fire, and we're all good here. There was a fourth question? Do you recall what it was?
And that fourth question was, when was your first kiss?
Well, we need to define this. First kiss or first real kiss?
Well, not like grandma pecking you on the cheek.
No.
Or nothing
Whoa.
like that. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need a priest, don't you?
Jesus would.
You can talk about that with somebody
Okay,
else
so
out here.
we have a couple comments here. Tim says Jesus would hang out for a couple of days and then move on. Eric says Jesus would also fireball the hell out of him. That works for everything. I have to agree. Fire is pretty permanent.
It is fantastic.
My first kiss was when I was 14, but the first real kiss was 16. And I was, most embarrassing moments. I could cover 2 questions with one answer.
Wow.
Awesome.
So when you say real kiss, you mean full on
Yes.
tongue all the way down her throat, kind of.
I was 16. Her name was Marcia. She was 19.
Ooh.
And I was completely not ready for this. And I was like a deer caught in the headlights and not the Rico Suave guy I am today.
Really?
That was sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of froze, and that really marked the end of our relationship. I guess she figured if I couldn't kiss, I couldn't do much else too. Sorry, Marcia. It was a long time ago. I didn't know what I was doing, and I hope
As
you're
if
doing
you
all right.
really think she's
Hit him up on
watching.
Facebook. It's David Wayne Black on Facebook. You can find him there.
If for
James?
some chance you ever get to see it.
Actually, we took the Wayne out of it, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Wang.
I'm incognito now.
She said you couldn't use your Wang if you couldn't kiss.
So maybe as we're going into this broadcast here, maybe we're 25 minutes in, guys. Should we talk about what's coming up next week, or where
yeah.
Steve is, or why we're going to kill him if he ever comes back?
Next week,
Fireball him.
next week is kind of
Marshall,
almost boiling down to a one-man show.
Nice, Tim. Thank you.
One man.
So,
Dan.
it looks like next week we will have a real special guest because he'll have to sit in for James, and that's Brian Lewis.
Okay.
So you can enjoy the comedy stylings of Brian Lewis. And coming up in 2 weeks, we'll have sit down, stand up. And so everybody's going to have 2 weeks to prepare their best stand up bit to sit down and do stand up. So anyway,
I
No
don't
pressure.
do good with homework.
I know you don't. But you don't do good when you're prepared either. So.
Okay.
So your first kiss was when?
Prepared?
Prepared.
Okay.
Oh, first kiss. First kiss. Not counting me. Damn.
Or me.
Never did I kiss you?
No, let's not talk about that.
I don't remember that one.
I would have to figure mine was probably 10 or 12.
I'm thinking it was like 6th grade. I don't know how old I was.
But then, like, the first real one was...
Real one?
Yeah, the first real one.
Oh.
You know,
Was when?
probably 15, 16, maybe.
I
somewhere
have
in
a
there.
picture of me kissing another older woman when I was 4, but I don't really remember it. So she was 9. Oh, she was definitely a cradle robber. I'm still psychologically scarred from that. Your first kiss was when?
10.
10. We're not counting cousins now.
Oh. 10?
We count cousins in my part of the world.
His too. He's from Tennessee, remember?
I am not from Tennessee.
Where are you from?
I am from Earth. I lived in Tennessee for 11 years. It was an experience.
That's long enough.
Mm-mm.
You grew their traits.
If it was, I'd have a little bit of twang in my voice, and I'd be in Duck Dynasty instead of just watching it.
You hide it. That's why you like Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, it is.
It takes it back to its roots.
It's like home.
Takes you back home.
People blowing stuff up, talking in dialects you can't understand,
I'm
camo
probably-
everywhere.
I'm probably
It does
surprised you
feel
don't
like
watch Moonshiners.
He got himself an education,
You
so he
do
didn't
watch
have
Moonshiners.
to talk like that anymore.
An edumacation.
No, Moonshiners is great.
Oh, okay.
I like Moonshiners.
Well, we got another
Moonshiners
first
is
kiss.
good.
Where's this?
My
at?
first kiss was with a pillow. My first real kiss was also with a pillow.
Who asked you?
Awesome.
That-
Hey, I think there is
Tennessee is not on Earth.
sock puppet.
No, it is not. You need not only do you need a passport to get there, you also need a rocket.
Hey, wait a minute. Sock puppet said, "Could he be your pillow?" It's kind of odd.
Oh.
Kind of a weird question.
Eric, sock puppet wants to be your pillow. Are you okay with that? I don't think there will be any tongue action.
You never know with him, though.
Oh wait, tongue in the shoe,
He's
maybe.
waiting.
Mm.
Possibly. Anyway,
So
so
next-
there's a couple things before we wrap up. A couple of things to check out. Go to our Facebook page, and you can find us. It's Epic Coffee Time. We're the only Epic Coffee Time on Facebook. Or go to our fan page. It's Epic Coffee Fans. Sock Puppet James he has his own page. You can type those all in, and you'll find us on Facebook somehow. Like us, love us, and each page has a special segment. So Sock Puppet James did weather all weekend. If you missed it, you really missed out. Go catch up on it now. Also, you can find the link. You can go to epiccoffeetime.com and find the link to our blog there. And you can find all of the pages there as well. And also, oh, you're cool with the sock puppet?
Yeah, we need to
He
throw
doesn't
these out
like
here
Sock
real
Puppet
quick.
James doesn't like shoes, so you're good.
First, we got Careful Sock Puppet Likes to Give Tongue. That's from Tim. And Weird Al / Eric says, sure, I'm cool with sock puppets as long as they don't cheat on me with a shoe. And that would make Sock Puppet James a real heel. The agony of defeat.
We keep
Yeah.
hearing crickets. for Dave.
Oh,
don't know.
wait.
Hey, we'll
Sit
find
down
out
stand
in
up
2
comedy
weeks.
is right.
Dave's got 2 weeks to prepare for this sit down stand up, and I don't know if he'll be ready for it by then.
I was born ready.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you send Dave some of your material on our fan page on Facebook? Help him out a little bit. Our punishment this week was supposed to go to the guy that's not here, Absent Steve, and so he's continued to keep that name, Absent Steve. So when he comes back, maybe next week, we'll have more punishments, double the punishment for him. So anyway, we love you. Fade to black. Make sure you stop by that link on our page and check it out.
And you know, anytime you want, you can send us questions, material, ideas, because obviously we could really use them. Please send it as soon as possible. Epic Coffee fans on Facebook, we welcome your comments and material. Sock Puppet has a weird foot fetish. Did you know that?
A weird foot fetish?
Weird foot fetish.
He probably does. He's
There's
probably
a
got.
foot
I think he's got a hand fetish more than he does a foot fetish.
So to sum up, we got we got good shows coming up in a couple weeks, or what we think is good, and I guess that's it. Do we have any parting words, producer?
That's it. No, we don't. Watch for Absent Steve's punishment next week.
All right. Thanks,
And
guys.
Unless he's absent again. We'll see y'all then.
Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.